Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. Hi, if you are new here, I'm Erin and this is my channel where I talk about all things movie, makeup, and beauty. So let's go ahead and hop into what we're getting into today. Hi you guys, and thanks for joining me again for another video. So today we're going to be getting into some new products from Rare Beauty, which is a brand that has become one of my favorites like ever. I really enjoy most of their products, and so today I have some of their newer products, which is the Rare Beauty setting powder, which I have here, and the Warm Wishes Effortless Bronzer Stick. So this was some products that were kind of missing in their lineup. They came out with cream and liquid blushes, they've got foundation, they've got concealer, and they also have eyeshadows, which I have some of their eyeshadows. I have some of almost all their products. They have liquid eyeshadows and glosses and lip products. So I have quite a few products from Rare Beauty that I really enjoy, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to pick up some more things. I'm definitely going to be spending hopefully a lot less this year on makeup, but I still want to review products that interest me and brands that I really love, and I want to pick up their products. I'm of course still going to review on my channel here, but these particular products I'm excited to get into today. So I'm gonna hop into it. I've already done my eye makeup and my base makeup. So I've got concealer on, I've got foundation on, eyeshadow obviously. Haven't done my eyebrows, and I haven't set the eyeshadow, the concealer. I was thinking to use the setting powder to see if it is good for that or not. I don't know. I don't think you necessarily have to use a different powder for under eyes. I usually use the Pat McGrath one. Sorry if my voice sounds weird, guys. The Pat McGrath under eye powder is what I've been using as of recently. I even have a little dip in it. I just really love this. I think it's amazing. But usually if I can get away with just using one powder, or sometimes I don't even use powder. Most of the times I just set under my eyes and that's it. But I have been using powders more and more, even though I have dry skin. And I don't like to use powders a majority of the time to set my face. I have been using them a little bit more and more for the past couple years since I found some powders that I really enjoy, like the Dior Powder No Powder, the Undone Beauty powder, the NYX, what is this one called? NYX No Filter powder. This one I really enjoy. And since I've been finding powders that I like, I do sometimes set my whole face. So I'm excited for this. Hopefully this works for me. I don't know. I don't usually like loose powders. That's something else. I usually prefer a pressed powder or like a finishing powder. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I'm going to try the powder out first. So let's hop on into it. If you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below. And so first off, I have the shade Medium. I feel like that was the best shade for me. Hopefully it's not too light or too dark. Right now the foundation I have on is a tad dark for me because I bought it during the summer. I want to say last summer or the summer before, something like that, which, you know, you might be thinking, girl, this probably expired, but it still is working nice. It doesn't smell or anything like that. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad, but it does, because it's like winter time, I tend to be a bit, of course most people tend to be a bit lighter in the winter and have more color in the summer when spending more time in the sun. But hopefully this will be a good match for what we got going on today. So the packaging is really simple and nice. It definitely matches the rest of the brand. It's kind of like soft feel to it, and it has the branding on here. And then inside we have, it looks like this. And so I don't know how to open this. Oh, okay, so you kind of slide it. That's very cool. Then there's a piece of tape, so let's take that off. Wow, I like this already. Okay, and then so I guess we can get into it now. Let me set that to the side. So yeah, you can now pull the powder out. I really like that packaging. I did not mean to put that in my hand. Okay, there's a waste. I'm gonna just use the sponge. I think I'm gonna use the side of it where I put my foundation. I guess I can pour a little bit into the top. That'll work. So I just pour it out a little bit, and let's just use the sponge today because that's what I've been using already. So not necessarily the best thing to do. Okay, no, we don't need to use the sponge. That's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to use the sponge to set under the under eyes, but I think this powder might be a bit too dark to go under my under eyes. Let's see. Yeah, I think that might be a little bit too dark to go under the under eyes for me, but we're gonna rock with it because I've already put it there. So yeah, I'm gonna use a brush to apply the powder because the sponge method can work sometimes, but it's looking a little weird. Right, so let me get a nice fluffy brush. I don't know what this brand is called, 1520 or something like that. And I'm just swirling it in. Get some powder there. Let's go in. Yeah, that's much better. Use a little bit, tiny bit more for the forehead area. Keep it even. And I tend to use a small amount of powder, so, and again, I don't usually use loose powders. So let me see what it looks like. It definitely has kind of mattified because the foundation I use is a glowier one, but it's not taken away all the shine. As you can see, there's still some gleam on the skin. It's not completely mattified. The color is nice. I don't have anything against the color. And even under the eyes, even though it kind of made it a bit darker than what it was, it doesn't look like deeper than the rest of my skin. You know what I'm saying? And I did use a lighter concealer today, so that could be good as well. But yeah, I like it. I like the powder so far. I do not like a powder that makes my skin look dry and crepey, and this doesn't look like that so far. So yeah, I like that. I really do. Okay, let's hop into the bronzer. Oh, probably should have did the bronzer before because it's a cream bronzer. Was not thinking, y'all. We're going to do it anyways though, so we're going to put this cream bronzer on over this powder. Hopefully that does not go bad, but I totally forgot that this was a cream bronzer. So for the cream bronzer, I got this shade Always Sunny. I love that name because my favorite show is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Best show in the world. And it's GT1H1. I don't know if that's like the shade, but it's kind of a deeper shade. I wanted to get something a bit warm, but something that could also show up, because sometimes looks can be deceiving. So I'm just gonna apply it kind of in the contour area, but also up on the bronzing part. And I also like to bronze up here as well. That's pretty much about it. Maybe a little bit down here. And we're going to use the sponge to do this. I'm going to use the bottom of the sponge to blend it out. Now the shade range for this was okay. I don't think it was the best shade range. I think there could have been some more shades for the bronzer. The powder looked a bit better for a shade range, in my opinion, but I think the bronzers could have used a bit more shades. It did look to go fairly deep and fairly light, but I feel like there was some shades that were missing that we could have had to fill in some of the gaps. But yeah, this shade right now that I have, I think was like the third deepest. So yeah, if this is working well for me, then there might need to be a couple more deeper shades for sure. And I think probably some more light shades as well, because there can be, you know, someone with very, very fair skin, and I don't know if that lightest shade will work. I don't know though. I'm not an expert for, you know, fair skin obviously, but yeah, I do like this shade though. I do really enjoy how this is warming up the look, and that blended out really good with the sponge. I probably should have did one with the brush as well, but one side with the brush and one side with the sponge. But I usually with cream bronzers only use, no, that's not true. I do use brushes. It depends. I do use brushes a lot for cream bronzer, so I wouldn't say that. I actually like using brushes with cream bronzer actually a lot of the times, but since I was already using sponge today, I went ahead and used it, and I think it looks really nice. It blended out pretty well. It gave some warmth. Definitely is doing what it's supposed to do. I'll have to keep trying it to see how it compares to some of my favorite cream bronzers, but so far so good. Off camera, I went ahead and put on some cream blush as well since I did cream bronzer. I usually match cream to cream for my cheek products. When I do like a cream bronzer, I'll go ahead and do a cream blush most of the times. Not always though. Sometimes I like to switch it up and do cream bronzer then set and then do powder blush, you know, it just depends. But today I went with the Honest Beauty cream blush in Coral Peach, and it went over actually pretty smoothly over that powder. Sometimes when you apply powders first and then try to go with cream products, it will not mesh well and look well, but I'm glad this powder seems to be versatile, at least from this first impression. I I even put the cream bronzer stick over it. I would have preferred to have tried it without the powder down first, because that's just the way I prefer to do my makeup. But there have been a lot more versatile powders coming out recently that work well with cream products on top of them, and I'm glad this one is that, because the cream blush also went over pretty nicely. I did put a little bit more powder over the top of the blush just to make sure everything looked unified, but yeah. So I'm glad that the powder did not affect the cream products, basically. Alright, you guys, here I am back with the finishing touches. I went ahead and just put some brow gel through the brows with ABH Clear Brow Gel. I put a little bit of mascara with the Rare Beauty mascara. Actually, they came out with this not too long ago in the shade Black. Really, really like this. It's a really good mascara, and I didn't even put that many coats on. It already elongated and lifted the lashes up. And I put on some tinted lip oil from Ilia. I think this was a little sample I got or something. But yeah, so this is all of what I'm going to do today for this look in particular, but I really wanted to focus on the powder and the cream bronzer anyways. Like I said, the cream bronzer I really like. I definitely want to try it again though. I feel like I didn't try it the way that I prefer to try it, by putting it on before my powder, but overall I think it worked really nicely. It did what it was supposed to do. The color is fairly nice. I think it's just the right shade for me in particular, and I thought it would be a bit darker, but it wasn't, so it actually worked out fine. Although I could say if it was a bit darker, it could probably go for a more range of people, because if I can use it, then maybe someone else a couple shades deeper, and I think it could be used for quite a range of people still. I'm just saying, it just depends on how you want to view it. The powder in the shade medium I actually really like. Like I said, I shouldn't have put that first little part on with the sponge, but sometimes putting on powder with a sponge works as well. A lot of people do that as well, but I do like it with the brush, and I think that, like I said, it gave me some like setting for the foundation, but it didn't make the skin look dull and like super matte. You get what I'm saying? It's still, there's still some shine to the skin, as you can see. Like, not even in the parts where I didn't put cream products, you can still see like luminosity to the skin. It doesn't look dry and crepey, which is something again, my preference. I don't prefer that. So I really do like these products overall, you guys. I would say I'm gonna try them out some more, of course. This is just a first impression, but so far I really do like them. So if you were interested in these, I would say maybe think about picking them up, or you know, I picked these up for because I had some money from Christmas. Someone got me a Christmas, I don't know why that was so hard for me to think of. Was that when I picked this up? I picked up 2 orders. It might have been this order or another order, but I had some Christmas money to Sephora, and I think I might have picked up some skincare products actually. So I think I purchased this one. But yeah, long story short, I'm glad I picked these products up, and I definitely recommend them for my first. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this in the future, and I'll check you guys out in the next video very, very soon. Stay safe. Adios.